kind of energy, everything comes from sun. This is the only one source. So how does sun give this much energy? The sun's inside, nuclear fusion reaction takes place. Hydrogens combine together to form helium. Every second, sun converts around 600 million tons of hydrogen into helium. Even though it is having enough stock to continue for another 4.5 billion years. And this is the image of sun in ionized helium atoms of solar chromosphere. If you see sun in X-ray, sun's image will be looking like this. And here very clearly you can find the solar flares on the sun's surface. And you know, sun is the biggest object in the entire solar system. If you compare with Earth, 1.3 million Earths or 13 lakh Earths will go inside sun. That must be the sun. And 99.8% of total solar system mass is sun itself. Sun itself is 99.8% of solar system mass. And talking about temperature, at the core it is about 15 million degrees Celsius. And on the surface of sun, temperature is about 6,000 degrees Celsius. So it is so hot, you cannot even think of going near the sun. Let us take this away. Here we come to another object in the solar system. Can you guess what is this?
Moon.
Moon. Okay, it may appear like moon, but this is Mercury, the first planet in the sun. First planet in the order from the sun, and it is very much similar to moon. Okay, moon sun is also like this, but there is difference in that, but you can find out. So Mercury is the closest planet to sun. Distance is about 58 million kilometers from sun, average distance. Mercury doesn't have atmosphere. So due to the lack of atmosphere, what happens? Its surface temperature varies drastically. The side which is facing to sun, temperature can increase up to 427 degrees Celsius. And opposite side, where there is no sunlight, temperature can drop down up to -170 degrees Celsius. So much more difference in maximum and minimum temperature in the surface of Mercury. Mercury rotates in its axis. Takes nearly 58 Earth days to complete one rotation in axis. And to go around the sun, Mercury takes nearly 88 Earth days. So it's a distance, as I told you already, it is around 58 million kilometer average distance, but it is not a constant distance from sun. Because all the planets goes around the sun in an elliptical orbit, not circular orbit, elliptical orbit. That's why sometimes they go away from the sun, sometimes they come closer to the sun. So Mercury can be in between 45 million kilometer to 69 million kilometer. As I told you, its average distance is 58 million kilometer from sun. No question of life on the surface of Mercury. Here we come to another object in the solar system, which is sometimes mistaken as morning star or evening star. Venus. So Venus is the brightest and hottest planet in the solar system. It is the second planet. Distance from sun is about 108 million kilometers. After Mercury, again it is 50 million kilometers far away, but Venus is hotter than Mercury. Why? Venus is having a very thick atmosphere of carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide gas. So because of this carbon dioxide gas, what it does, it traps the heat. So whatever heat comes from sun gets trapped in the atmosphere of Venus. Temperature increases up to 464 degrees Celsius. So this is the hottest planet. And why brightest? Because of its thick atmosphere, it reflects back maximum sunlight. That's why this is the brightest planet in the solar system. Venus' axial tilt is 177 degrees. And look at the rotation of Venus. It's like upside down. It is rotating in clockwise direction. Our Earth rotates in anti-clockwise direction. So if we stand in Venus, you find sunrise will be in west, sunset will be in east, opposite to the Earth. And this is the only planet in our solar system where a day is longer than a year. One day in Venus is longer than a year in Venus. Can you imagine how? One day means what? What do you mean by a day in a planet? Time taken by for one rotation in its axis, we call it as 1 day. So for Venus, it is about 243 Earth days. That means Venus one day in Venus is 243 days on Earth. So 243 into 24 hours it takes for one rotation in its axis. To go around the sun, Venus takes only 224 Earth days. So in Venus we find a day is longer than a year because its rotational time period is more than the revolution time period. And its atmosphere pressure is very high, 90 times more than the Earth. Huge pressure. That's what. So not much more missions or landers are heading towards Venus because anything goes and land within few hours will be crushed. So these are facts why there is no much more missions are heading towards Venus. No life on the surface of Venus. Here we come to another object in the solar system. Very clearly you can identify this. What is this? Earth. Our Earth. We all live in this planet, but we have not seen like this beautiful image of Earth. Why? Now we are in surface. We live on Earth's surface. If you leave Earth and go to space, if you look down to the Earth from space, exactly our Earth looks like this. It is a true color image of Earth. Here blue represents water in the ocean, white represents clouds in the atmosphere, and other different colors you can see. Brown color here, brown, green, and other different colors are. These are the different types of land masses on surface of Earth. We have wasteland, we have vegetation, we have forest, we have desert. Okay, all different kinds of lands which represent different colors. Until now, we know this is the only place where life sustains. But I cannot say that life is only on Earth. We cannot say that. Life might be some Earth or may not be some Earth, we do not know. And what are the reasons for life on Earth? You can see very clearly here. 70% of Earth's total surface is covered by liquid water. And 21% of Earth's atmosphere is oxygen, is the main supporter of life. And our Earth is at a distance of 150 million kilometers away from Sun, neither too cool or not so hot. So it is a place where average temperature is there. So these are the facts why life sustains on Earth. And another thing you can observe here is axis. Earth's axis is tilted. It is tilted by how much degree? 23.5 degree. So because of this 23.5 degree axial tilt, we get different seasons on Earth. We get summer season, winter season, rainy season for this tilt. If Earth would not have tilted, if it would have exactly straight, throughout the year you would have only one season. So because of this tilt, we have different seasons on Earth. So as Earth takes 24 hours once to rotate in its axis, the result of that we get 12 hours day and 12 hours night. Along with the timings also you can see here. Look at the data set. You find, suppose if you look at India, if India is having day, America side will have night. That here, if India is having day, America side will have night. Okay. And then you guess, so what are these dots which are working in this atmosphere? What are these dots? Aircraft, airplanes. So you see, as per the data from NASA and NOAA, on the top of this US alone, around 87,000 flights daily take off and land on the top of this US. So at a given point of time, there will be around 5,000 flights on the top of this US alone. So not only the land, there are also much more pollution in the air. You can look at the flight movements on the top of the US. And just see the flight movements on top of India. Is less compared to other developed countries. And look at both the poles now. You get these polar lights. These green color lights are known as aurora. Aurora borealis in the North Pole, other polar light aurora borealis. In the South Pole, it is known as aurora australis. In the South Pole, Antarctica region is in the South Pole. We get this polar light, southern polar light, we call it as aurora australis. Aurora is the word first coined by Galileo Galilei. Then we come across this object in the sky which made man curious to know about the celestial objects because of its changing face every day. You see, sometimes it is hot, sometimes it is cool, sometimes it is not only there in the sky. What is this? Moon. This is only one natural satellite of Earth. Here we are getting different phases of moon. And now we know why these phases are occur. Because of relative position in the sun, we get different phases of moon. And moon, which is the only natural satellite of Earth. revolves around the Earth in same time period. Moon takes the moon takes 27.34 days to complete one rotation in the axis as well as one revolution around the Earth. So that's the reason why only one face of moon is visible to us. We cannot see the opposite side of moon. Opposite side is known as far side, and the side which is facing to Earth we call it as near side. So this region is the near side. This region is the near side. The dark side region is the near side of moon, and this light region side is the far side. Far side cannot be seen from Earth. And space has started in 1957. And Sputnik 1 first went to orbit. Okay. Then in 1959, the far side photograph was taken, and it was 10 years in 1969. 1969 July 20, first person landed on moon. There is a place on lunar surface. You find these dark regions. These regions are known as a mare. You see, everyone is written as mare. Mare means like sea. What we are calling sea on Earth, same thing is called as mare on the surface of moon. See, this is the place. Mare tranquility. This is the place where first person landed on moon. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landed on moon. This is the place by Apollo 11 mission. Okay. So Mare Tranquilitatis, this is the place where Apollo 11 mission's lunar module Eagle landed on moon in 1969 July 20, and July 16 they started, July 20 they reached, 4 days it took to reach there in the moon, and again they started the same day, July 24, like today, July 24 again. They have reached again on Earth. And afterwards, in 6 Apollo missions, actually 7 Apollo missions, in 6 successful missions, 12 people have already landed on moon, and 382 kilograms of lunar rocks have been taken back from moon to Earth. Our India has also sent lunar missions, Chandrayaan 1 in 2008, Chandrayaan 2 in 2019, recently Chandrayaan 3 launched in this month 14th, and Chandrayaan 3 is this is the south polar region of moon. This is the south polar region of moon. Now Chandrayaan 3 is orbiting around the Earth. It is orbiting around the Earth. It is not going towards moon. And this is the south polar region where our Chandrayaan 3 is lander and rover are planning to south land. This is the region, south polar region of the moon. Then we come across one more interesting planet. Very easily you can identify by its color. What is this? Mars. Red planet Mars, red in color because of its soil content iron oxide concentration more. That's why red in color. But now only know these facts. Imagine some 100 years before what we could have, because now after so much of space missions, technological advancements, and so much of scientific innovation, we get some facts, come to know some things. But imagine some 100 years before what people were thinking about spending of Mars. People were thinking there might be some people like us, they might be living in the Mars. They might be always fighting with each other. Lots of blood falls on the ground and they have become red because of the blood. So Mars is known as God of War. So in Source of Life on Mars missions in 1969 and 1971, 2 missions to Mars, they confirmed that Mars doesn't have life, but you see, there is a very big canal-like structure on Mars, surface of Mars, nearly 4,000 kilometers long and 6.5 kilometers deep. This longest valley on Mars, the planet its diameter is nearly 6,795 kilometers. It is nearly half of our Earth. Okay. But on the surface, we find 4,000 kilometers long and 6.5 kilometers deep, longest valley. Its name is Vallis Marineris. So by looking at this big valley, it is believed that around 3.5 billion years ago, there might be lots of liquid water which is flowing on the surface of Mars and which made like this one big valley. Now look at the poles of Mars. You find little polar ice caps. So Mars is having also water, but very little in the pole, in solid form, not in the liquid form, in both the poles. And you see one pole it is more, one pole it is less. Why? And look at the inclination or the axis is inclined 25 degree. The axial field of Mars is 25 degrees. That's one on every border on Earth. So, like how we get changes on Earth, same way Mars also get different changes. So, as per the physics, the polar ice caps size will vary. And you look at another one thing on the surface of Mars. There is a very big active volcanic mountain. Its name is Olympus Mons, 27 kilometers in height. We have been 3 times taller than the Mount Everest. This is the Olympus Mons, the biggest mountain in the entire solar system, 27 kilometers in height. 3 times taller than the Mount Everest. That's the biggest mountain in the entire solar system. Olympus Mons or Mount Olympus, that's the biggest mountain in the entire solar system. And Mars is having 2 natural satellites, Phobos and Deimos. This is Phobos, derived from the Greek word fear. This is the closest satellite of Mars. Phobos and Deimos, these are very smaller satellites, not very big satellites, and their shape also not exactly spherical shape. Okay, like cuboid shape. And this is nearly 6,500 km away from Mars. Phobos is derived from the Greek word fear, and Deimos, farthest and smallest satellite of Mars, derived from the Greek word panic. It is believed that these two, Phobos and Deimos, are two captured asteroids by Mars. It is a belief only because this asteroid belt is here in between Mars and Jupiter. That's why these two might have captured by Mars. Then we come across the gaseous giant Jupiter. Biggest of all planets, diameter is nearly 1,42,000 kilometers, which is 1 of Sun. And gaseous composition of Jupiter, 90% hydrogen gas and 10% helium gas. So it is very much similar to the gaseous composition of star. But it has not started the nuclear fusion reaction. That's why it has not become a star. Otherwise, it could have been another star in a solar system. And Jupiter is the fastest rotating planet. While Earth takes 24 hours, Jupiter takes only 9 hours and 47 minutes to complete one rotation its axis. Very fast rotating. And the cloud bands, look at the cloud bands, they move opposite direction to each other. We get lots of atmospheric disturbances. There are so many atmospheric disturbances, storms, fluid storms happening in Jupiter. And the biggest storm on Jupiter is the Great Red Spot. This is the Great Red Spot of Jupiter, and which is so much big in size. The Great Red Spot of Jupiter. Like our Earth, 3 Earths can go easily inside this Great Red Spot of Jupiter. And if you start filling Earths inside Jupiter, its size is nearly equal to more than 1,300 Earths can go easily inside Jupiter. That much big. And Jupiter is having till now discovered 95 moons, and this is the biggest moon among all Jupiter's moon. You know its name? Titan. Not Titan, it is Ganymede. Titan is the biggest satellite of Saturn. Okay. And Ganymede, in fact, if this object would have gone around Sun instead of going around Jupiter, it would have easily classified as a planet. It is bigger than Mercury. Okay. Its diameter is nearly 5,264 kilometers. Very big. And first Galileo Galilei discovered these 4 satellites of Jupiter, Io, Europa, Ganymede, Callisto. These are called Galilean satellites. It was discovered long back, around 1609. And Ganymede. So this is the region on the Ganymede. On Ganymede, it is known as Galileo Regio. This region is known as Galileo Regio. One of the Then we come across the beautiful planet Saturn. All of us know Saturn is having very beautiful ring around it. Okay. Saturn's ring can be very clearly seen in telescope. We can see in telescope Saturn's ring. But now you know all the gaseous planets are having ring systems, but faint rings, not as beautiful ring as Saturn's ring. And Saturn ring is not a continuous ring around the planet. It is like individual pieces of ice and rocks which are moving around the planet. It is looking like a continuous ring to us because of the distance. Okay. And Saturn, second biggest planet, diameter is nearly 1,21,000 kilometers. And this is the lightest planet in our solar system. Its density is less than water. if you can imagine, there will be a very big ocean and drop all the solar system objects in that, and find everything will sink, but Saturn will float in water. Don't sink in water because its density is less than water. And Saturn, second fastest rotating planet in our solar system. Takes nearly 10 hours and 36 minutes to complete one rotation axis. And this is the planet which is having maximum number of satellites, in our solar system, and biggest among all Saturn satellite is already what you have told. Its name is Titan. And Titan, many years people thought that Titan is the biggest satellite in the entire solar system. It is appearing bigger than Ganymede. Why? Titan is having a very good atmosphere. Because of atmosphere, it is appearing bigger than Ganymede, or it is smaller than Ganymede. Then we come across the first modern times planet, Uranus. Because till Saturn we can see naked eye, but after invention of telescope, this planet first discovered. It was discovered in 1781 by William Herschel, and this planet is having axial tilt of 97 degree, nearly 97 degree. So what happens when it's 97 degree tilted? Its axis is parallel with the orbital plane. When it is going on the sun, in fact, it is rolling in the orbit and is rolling in one side, and always poles are facing to the sun. Here poles receives direct sunlight, not the equator region. For us, in the equator region we get sunlight, direct sunlight, but here poles are receiving receiving direct sunlight. And like Venus, it is also rotating in clockwise direction. And Uranus is having 27 satellites. All the satellites they are naming as per the characters in the stories written by William Shakespeare and Alexander Pope. This is the biggest among all 27 satellites of Uranus. Its name is Titania. And Titania character is Queen of Paris in A Midsummer Night's Dream written by William Shakespeare. And this is the farthest planet now in our solar system, Neptune, because Pluto is no more a planet now. From 2006 onwards, Pluto is removed from planet list. International Astronomical Union, they declared Pluto is no more a planet from 2006 onwards. Now we are having only 8 planets. Last one is Neptune. Bluish in color because of its upper atmosphere contain methane gas. And methane gas which reflect the blue region of the visual spectrum. So you get this bluish color of Neptune. And Neptune also, there are also lots of atmospheric disturbances. There is a very big storm like the great red spot of Jupiter. There is a great dark spot on Neptune. It is a great dark spot on Neptune, but it is not that much popular like the great red spot of Jupiter. Okay. This is great dark spot of Neptune. And Neptune being the farthest planet, it is nearly 4.5 billion kilometers from us. From Sun? Okay, from us. It is nearly 4.5 billion kilometers. Can you imagine how much would be that distance? 4.5 billion kilometers. I'll give you a simple example. We all are on Earth. So anywhere you be on Earth, whether you are in India or Australia, Africa, America, anywhere, within fraction of second you can talk to your friends. If your friend is there in other part of the world, you can immediately speak to him or do video conference with him. But now, same way, imagine your friend is there in Neptune. Okay, you have to speak to him. By the time you tell hello, he will listen after 4.5 hours. By the time you reply back with 9 hours. So why this 4.5 hours? Because at the speed of light, 3 lakh kilometers per second, it needs 4.5 hours to reach there. That is the distance, 4.5 billion kilometers. And Neptune is having 14 moons. This is the biggest moon among all 14 moons of Neptune. Its name is Triton. And it is believed that this is the coldest object in the entire solar system. Okay, where temperature below -250 degrees Celsius. Okay. This region is also super cool region. In this temperature, many gases also present. And now, if I put all the planets in the sun in a scale, you can have an idea of exact their sizes. Look at this. This big ball is the sun, if you imagine, and other planets, their relative size you can see. The first 4 inner planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, they are even smaller than the sun, smallest we can say. Okay. So it is in a scale, it's very exactly. If this big ball is the sun, other planets, their relative size on the ground. You see, Mercury is the smallest planet now. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. the first four inner planets, they are even smaller than the sun's population units. So now you know our position in this universe. We are in a very small planet Earth. So this small planet Earth is going around an average star Sun. Sun is not a very big star or a very small star. It is a medium star, average star. And Sun, along with entire solar system, is going around the galaxy. Our galaxy name is Milky Way galaxy, which is a spiral galaxy. And in one spiral arm of our Milky Way galaxy, our solar system is there. And like this galaxy, there are billion galaxies of having billion stars in this universe. So as our technology advances, we try to find out answers for many unanswered questions, but still there are many things to be answered. Still man in search of whether we are alone in this universe or our Earth is the only planet having different life forms in this entire universe. Still search is going on. Thank you all for joining with me in this tour to the solar system. Thanks to Ananda. Have a nice time. Thank you.